You're just lucky I never had my scissors with me.
I've always helped people remember who they are and feel into their power, feel into what their gifts and their skills are. I've really helped people let go of what no longer serves them and transform that into fuel for their mastery, for them to shift their life into the positive. The magic happens when you can hear your heart sing. Literally hear your heart sing. I just want you to know you were born for this, that you have everything you need to really do you this lifetime. So let's get started. Let's make magic together. Welcome, 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 all of you lovely, amazing, magical, miraculous friends out there. I'm so happy to see you. It is a full moon rising tonight, and apparently something has to give. So we're going to find out all about it with my dear friend, Claudia Thompson, in just a minute. She is the moon-powered astrologer. So she is going to be the expert to turn to if we have a moon that's on fire and right and ready to explode on us. So when she mentioned that to me, I dragged her out from top of the mountain. She came down here to be in this sanctuary where I am actually, I'm moving in 2 days. And so the sanctuary, she's gotten to see the sanctuary from full on board where it's gorgeous down to chaos and nothing in it. And I'm about to be launching. So I'm going to get some clues tonight about this transformation and what that means. Something's got to give, because I hear change is on the horizon. So I'm so happy to see everyone. If you're new to me and the channel, I am Joan of Angels. I'm an intuitive guide whose mission here is to help you remember who you are, why you're here, and get you all fired up about your life. You know, get you clear about the reasons you're here, your purpose, your gifts, so that you too can just step into what you are here to do. So you can find out all that and more. You can go sign up at the website, joanofangels.com, and get your free ebook on how to live your miraculous life, and join us for Miracle Mondays. And as tonight, step into the miraculous with my amazing guests. So I don't actually even have a bio for Claudia tonight, which is, this was so impromptu, but I can introduce her a little bit by telling you that years ago I met Claudia because she was friends with a good friend of mine. And turned out that she's been a renowned makeup artist in the film industry, if I recall, and a hairstylist. And she won, what kind of awards did you win? She won an Emmy, guys. So I tell you this because you know that, well, there's many mystics, there's many astrologers, but there's very few who reach the pinnacle of success, who master their gifts. So that's Claudia. So what she's going to tell us tonight is years of study, years of work about, you know, events that are happening now for us. So there you have it. Okay. So Claudia, what is so exciting about the full moon now, this moon here in August 2022?
Start this way.
Oh no, she's blowing bubbles right behind me.
I hope you saw that. And I'm telling you why I did that. Because the sun, which is giving the moon its fullness and its light, is in Leo. And I want you all to remember that.
Do it again. I saw the bubble go all the way there.
Yeah, it's a triple bubble thing.
All right.
I don't think it did so well that time. Anyway, just imagine champagne bubbles in your life, because Leo remembers, it reminds us to add fun, to add play.
A little fun in your life. Okay, well, we're going to do that. And guys, be sure to let us know where you're from. Give us a clue. Check in so that we can really feel aligned tonight with you, with the moon, with the energies that are out there, and with the bubbles that seem to be flying around my kitchen, right?
Just to remind you that the sun in Leo is still telling us to lighten up, even though we've got one heck of a Sacco Bafo super full moon on the rise tonight. And wherever you are on the Pacific coast, it was exact, meaning the sun and the moon were exactly opposite each other at 19 degrees of Leo, the sun, and 19 degrees of Aquarius, the moon, at 6:36 p.m. So the moon was exact then. However, at sunset, the full moon always rises at sunset. You will see an amazing full moon, and it's a super full moon. Why? Because a super full moon is created when the moon is the closest to the earth in its journey throughout the cycle. So that's called perigee in technical terms, but we call it a super moon. And this is the fourth one in a row. The last one a month ago in Capricorn was the closest of the bunch of the four. But this is the fourth and the last one in a row of the super full moon.
What's so special about a super full moon?
Well, you're all 80% water, right? Pretty much. And so is the earth, 75 to 80% water. So the tides in the oceans at the time of the moon being so close, it creates a strong magnetic pull. And the oceans are more erratic, higher, lower, neap tides, high tides. And because we are water, we also have erratic tides in our psyches more than usual. So this is a very emotionally volatile and intense full moon. And the reason for that, there are a few reasons that I'm just going to tune you into. And if you are someone who has some Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, or Leo energy, this is a particularly potent full moon for you. And most everybody has that somewhere in their chart. And this is forming what's called a grand fixed cross. The signs I just mentioned are all fixed signs, meaning that when they get on a course, they stay there. When they get something fixed in their mind, they stay there. So this is what this full moon is challenging us about. What's keeping you stuck? And it's time to move beyond that. And that is being told to us by the aspects, by this grand fixed cross. So what that means is that every element, air, Aquarius, earth, Taurus, fire, Leo, and water, Scorpio, is involved in a grand fixed cross. And I think, I don't know how many of you have ever driven in Mexico or a foreign country that's got a totally different kind of traffic way of driving than we do. But I think of when I was in Mexico, and there were four different directions coming at each other, and it was like a Mexican standoff, so to speak, right in the middle of the intersection. And something has to give, because they can't all run over each other, right? But the challenge with the grand fixed cross is getting those different energies to communicate with each other. How do we find a point of harmony? So let's just take the moon, the full moon, shining its light in the sign of Aquarius, the futurist, the visionary of the zodiac. And that's an air sign. And the job of Aquarius in the tarot, it's the star card, which is the water bearer. So some people think it's a water sign, but it's not. It's the fact that water has to do with consciousness. And it's Aquarius' assignment to pour a new consciousness onto the planet that will benefit us as we awaken to a future that's different. That one where, in Aquarius terms, there's an equal playing field, where we live in community, where we know the value of friendship. This is the high side of Aquarius. And right now, Saturn in retrograde motion until October 23rd is in Aquarius, right next to this moon, 1 degree away. So, yeah.
Oh, so what does that mean
stuff.
for us? What does
What
that
that
mean? Because
means-
I think we're in perilous times.
Well, we
really
are,
weird times.
But
and
it's
I'm
times
curious.
when we're really being told to rise. It's like we're
Yes.
still going back. So Saturn conjunct the full moon says, where am I married to the status quo? Where do I not want to move out of what's traditional, out of my status quo, out of what's comfortable and secure to me, out of what I've built? So it's also telling us, this grand fixed cross, okay, so you have to be discerning. You're not going to throw the baby out with the bathwater, but you are going to let all the toxic resistance and stuckness go down the drain so that you have a clean baby, so to speak. So Saturn has to do with frameworks. It has to do with the authorities in our lives. And in retrograde motion, it asks us to look at our own inner authority. Do we trust ourselves? We are having something happen that only occurs every 28 to 30 years. And that is when Saturn moves through the two signs that it rules. Capricorn did that for 2.5 years. And now Aquarius. It's going to do that for 2.5 years. And So as we move, we're just moving, we're just past midpoint of the transit through Aquarius. So you're being asked to ask yourself, where am I stuck? Where am I married to the status quo? Where am I afraid of taking a risk? Because Saturn can bring up fears. Now, the next house over, the next is Uranus in Taurus. So on August 1st, we had something really big. Hasn't happened since the 1850s.
What happened?
We had Uranus, the great awakener, the god of chaos, the innovator, inventor of the zodiac. It also rules electricity and lightning, which reminds you that it tells us to expect the unexpected. It breaks us out of our lethargy. That's part of that's Taurus, that's married to, for instance, the old financial systems, old values. That's the baseline. But Uranus and the North Node and the nodes of the moon, which are not planets, they're on the ecliptic of the moon, but they give us a collective mandate. The North Node tells us where we are being called to move forward to, and the South Node says this is what you're being asked to move away from, so that you can manifest that destiny that's for the highest good and greatest joy. Mars was there also. So Mars has now moved beyond. It's at 21 degrees, and it's still in orb, though. It's it's a few degrees away. So we have these positions squaring, just what it sounds like, a hard angle, squaring this Aquarius full moon. So as it squares this full moon, it reminds us that we have had an overarching energy since 2021 of Saturn squaring Uranus. So Saturn square Uranus, those of you who are around in the 60s, you can look back to when this particular conjunction initiated with Uranus and Saturn. And now we're at a square. And we're looking back at those issues from the 60s. Roe v. Wade, drop, tune in, drop out. All of these things. But now we're being told with Saturn there, have a plan. So Uranus says, I'm going to bust things up and upset apple carts and wake you up. So Uranus tells us that a new paradigm is in order. Where you stuck.
And it's coming, huh?
Yeah, you're living it.
That is how I feel, guys,
You are
because
living it.
a couple of months ago, I realized I had to move, and it's almost like a shovel had to come in, like a cosmic shovel, and literally scoop me out. That's how hard it's been. I've been here 7 years even though I knew I need to move for my life to move forward, and it's scary. I don't actually know where I'm going, guys, except for 3 months. I have a 3-month plan. Normally, people move out to move in somewhere, but I'm not doing that.
Well, those of you who have been watching me have heard me say many times that this year has told us you have much energy in Pisces, the dreamer of the zodiac, and we're being told this year particularly, dream bigger than you've ever dreamed. And Jupiter in retrograde motion is going to back up. I was thinking about you today. It's going to back up into Pisces ultimately.
All right.
Yeah. So probably when the original fire underneath you in your intuitive skills when something's going to happen, before the actual thing appeared in the physical world, that's probably when you felt it, was when Jupiter was in Pisces earlier this year. But it's dream bigger than you've ever dreamed, and take a leap of faith.
I'm doing both, guys. And actually, wait till you hear the things that are upcoming on the future. Conferences. I didn't tell you about the Ascension Conference in April. Maybe you'll come and do astrology charts.
She's got so much exciting stuff coming up.
And Egypt and in the fall, and possibly conferences in London and Glastonbury. So I took a leap of faith, guys, and it's when she talked about the full moon tonight, how it's really about that leap of faith and about that completely letting go of everything. And in this case, I have. So I've let go of my clothing, my sheets, my towels, everything to start again. With this confidence that when I finally land, it will be new again.
Yeah, it will be.
And that it's not going to leave me deserted.
No,
somewhere.
well, the thing is, Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. So the ruler of Aquarius is squaring itself.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing I want all of you out there to remember, Saturn's the gatekeeper. So the planets that are farther away, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, that have to do with collective movements, when we get to Saturn, it's as though our soul's coming through, and when it gets to Saturn, we get a body. But for a spirit, that's limiting. So this is why we are facing where we feel limitations right now, and where we are in Uranus style, ready to bust through. Breakdowns precede breakthroughs. And so the thing to remember is Uranus is farther out there than Saturn. So Saturn's showing us all of these traditional top-down power structures, the way that we have, the rulers that we've kind of been under, this old system. And so it's scary when that breaks down. A lot of people are still thinking we're going to recover and go back to the way it was. Oh, no, because we are in a time of human evolution that requires that we wake up our whole chakra system, that we operate as the galactic beings that we are. And so when we look at that, that's Uranus. So the thing that I love is Uranus is out there holding out a promise saying, yep, you're going to go through this Saturn in Aquarius. You're going to go through looking at the way things have been, and your part in supporting that and trying to keep that status quo in place. But ultimately, Uranus is farther out there. One of the freedom junkies of the zodiac, that's Aquarius, ruling Aquarius. It says, I'm going to win. You will be free.
So we should affirm that we will win. We will wake up.
We will be free.
We will be free.
We are free.
We are free.
Yes.
So what I'm hearing also, and I just want to say hello to some of my friends here, Mary and Amber. Maureen is here. That's you. Okay. Claudia's here. We have Deborah, Susan, Shelley, Higher Dimensions. We always love Higher Dimensions. She took a high frequency name. Mary, Patricia, Julia. Okay, let me see. Shelley is up there. Shelley! Oh my God, I love this woman. So nice to see you, hon. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So here's what I see when I look on that. I see angels from around the world who are so excited about an opportunity to take a leap of faith and to really step into their mission this life. We've been in the scariest of times, and we're coming through like fully equipped, like for this mission that each and every one of you has. And so, like when I talk to Claudia, it's how do we fine tune ourselves to get through this?
Well, let's just finish up what's in Taurus.
Yes,
the North Node, where we're being asked to move off out of comfort zone, and take a risk to find our bliss. So the North Node in Taurus says, well, it's all about values. If you are aligned with your values, first of all, take the time to see what your values are. They may have changed over the past few years. And so check in with your values and then align your vision with your values. And then Mars is telling us that the divine masculine and the divine feminine have to be balanced. And there's the negative masculine, which is the destroyer, and there's the other side, which is the protector. So, I feel like we have the opportunity now to create a love revolution in our own lives and for the world. So Mars, wherever Mars goes, energy flows. So it's in Taurus right now, and Taurus is ruled by Venus. So that tells you that Mars kind of has its edges smoothed off if you are a warrior for love. You're a warrior for love.
Warrior for love, yeah.
So that helps you navigate that a bit. But it's this can be a volatile full moon, because what was kicked off on August 1st is, it's just, and we had transits before that in July. I mean, everything's really heated up. Not just, we had the Lion's Gate, which aligns us with the greater central sun of Sirius and the Orion's Belt. Mm-hmm. And that happened on Monday with the 8-8, which gave us an opportunity for some instant manifestation. And so it heats things up literally. There's a literal up-leveling of light going on the planet. Every summer we have what are called the dog days. Well, Sirius is the dog star. That's where that comes from. And it's the ancient Egyptian New Year. It creates the ancient Egyptian New Year. They celebrate that, or at least in ancient times they did, on the 8th of August every year. So this has been a Sacco Bafo week. And then on Sunday, the sun in Leo will exactly oppose at 22 degrees Saturn. So we're being asked to take our personal, and this is Leo. Leo's creative. It's the charismatic leader. It's about our personal self-expression. And it tells us that the ego must be in service of that higher good and greater joy, not just, negative drama, narcissism. Those are the downsides of Leo. But the high side is being a lighthouse for spirit on the planet, shining your gifts with your, honing your self-expression. So this week, particularly, and this full moon says, what's your new paradigm? Look back to 2 weeks ago, when hopefully with some intentions on the 28th, 29th, when the moon was new in Leo. But also, every full moon harkens back 6 months to when the moon was new in that sign.
So I can't do the math.
So that would be the 31st of January, 1st of February, depending on your time zone. So at that time, we had made a plan for the year. Those New Year's resolutions, at the time of Capricorn, with the solstice, moving forward into our plan for the year. And the natural New Year, of course, was the winter solstice. And then we move into the Aquarius cycle. And it says, okay, you've made a plan and you've got your personal goals and what you want that view to look like from the top of the mountain at the end of 2022. But what's your bigger vision for humanity? How does this
that's
plan?
Important.
Very.
What's your bigger vision of humanity? It's not just even the moon says it's not just all about us. It's really time to take up step up in service to others.
And that's the next cycle we're going to be moving to, because Leo ignites its personal self-expression with passion. It rules romance. It rules children. Particularly, you have an opportunity during this cycle to heal the adolescent stuff, because Leo, whereas Cancer is like the baby child, Leo, the adolescent. And that's when we all really wanted to come out in power and express our gifts. And many of us at that time didn't receive the unconditional support and love that we needed. Now we know it's an inside job. So that's what Leo tells you, to prime your pump with self-love. And then the Aquarius really says, it's the opposite of Leo. It says, yeah, you're not here all by yourself. You're here to shine that light, that beautiful lighthouse that you are, for the benefit of humanity, for the greater good. So that vision, harken back, take a look at what was going on in your life then, and look at how you've been walking your vision. And that can help guide you to the new paradigm. As I said, your decisions, your vision determines your decisions. And your decisions must be aligned with your values.
I got to write that down. Your vision determines
your decisions.
Your vision determines decisions. I'm writing it down, guys. I think it's important just to really get, this is magic. She says magical timing. It's true. This is so important for all of us at this moment, how to handle, especially with faith, confidence, and belief, because I kind of believe the outside world, what's happening in that arena, it's getting more intense and looks weird. So we have to come back inside and make our own, like, what is our vision of what we are supposed to do during these times as we go through to get to the other side of where we're going.
Well, the really great question to ask yourself is, what brings you joy? We Pisces, we've got some stuff going on with Neptune and Jupiter met in Pisces, and that's what kicked off the message to dream bigger this year than you've ever dreamed. And then the vision says you've got to walk the vision every day. So tap into your joy. Joy is the clearest evidence of the presence of spirit. And so you don't have to borrow the headlines from across the world. You need to really hold your light and raise your frequency. At 28 and above, that's the love vibration. Start there and go up. Prime your pump with self-love. I love myself. I appreciate myself. I'm magnificent. Thank you, God, for giving me this life for another day. Thank you for finding me entertaining enough to sustain me for another day.
Right. Yeah. No, that's so true. Okay. We have just a couple of minutes. Any questions, everyone? And, I have one question. Can we do this like once a month for the full moon? What do you think, guys? Should we have her on once a month on the full moon and and kind of get that clarity that we're doing tonight? And I kind of like on a Saturday night.
Well, that's what the full moon's about too, is clarity, right? Because you have full light on the situation. So I'm going to mention the last leg of the square because
Okay,
I want you
good.
to understand. Full moons
Mhm.
are huge release points. You have the waning part of the cycle, the light builds, and you have light for outward active building, growing activity. Then the moon is full and the energy shifts to waning and the light begins to diminish. So it's a huge opportunity for release. We're still under the auspices of that total lunar eclipse in Scorpio that bathed the Earth, the Taurus solar eclipse, and then the lunar eclipse. And that lunar eclipse in Scorpio has been playing with all of us. It's been intense, and it's been saying, forgive and surrender. Use your Ho'oponopono, get rid of those old wounds, stop stinging yourself with them. Now, I'm just going to run through this really briefly because I want you to have fun with this full moon. So what you're going to do is you're going to write down what you're releasing, what keeps you stuck, what gets in your way, why do you feel limited? Write it down. And then you're going to make a wish. Just like an intention, make it. I happily and thankfully wish for, make it concise. Do a brain dump if you need to, so that's concise.
And that's tonight?
Yeah. And a good one is, I happily and thankfully wish to expand my personal individual creativity and share it with humanity with light, with maximum light. So that's
Can we
just
say
an
that
example.
together with everyone?
Yeah.
Like as an affirmation? Okay.
Can we remember?
You ready? 1, 2, 3. I happily
and
thankfully expand my horizon.
Expand my individual self-expression.
Expand my individual self-expression.
And share it with love and joy with humanity.
And I share it with love and joy with humanity.
So that's an example. And then what you do is you take the piece of paper upon which you've written what you really, you do not copy it to another page. Somebody asked me that one time. I said, no, you're getting rid of it. And then you burn it. Now I actually use a little cauldron to do that, but you can just be safe when you do this. But as you do that, feel the smoke like sticky stuff almost, picking up everything in your cells, everything in every parsec of your existence that could be limiting you, that could be you're releasing, and feel it happening. It's moving through and out back to its native nothingness. And then you move into meditation. You get a good picture. You drop into your heart, feel the soles of your feet, take a breath up, and then on the exhalation, drop behind your facial mask, your throat, your chest, come to rest in your heart. After all, Leo is all about your heart-centered passions and exploring those for your joy as well as others. And so as you do that, you get a picture in your mind. Drop into your heart, feel yourself just priming that pump with self-love, and then you get a picture, a really good picture of what it looks like to have that wish come true. Colors, smells, sounds, environment, all of it. Then you step into the picture, and with every fiber of your being, you feel what it feels like to have that wish manifest right now. Hang out there as long as you wish. And then write down any messages you get. Full moons are high. There's a lot of information that comes through with the full moon. A lot of light pouring wisdom and insight into you. So write that down if you get things like that. And then take your journal or just some blank pages, write your wish at the top, put them out underneath the full moon's light overnight, and charge those pages. You can also, you could have done it last night, but not farther back than that, because you want that page charged, then tuck it away. And on the next new moon, when you set your new moon intentions in Virgo, where the self-expression of Leo moves into service and work as love visible, you'll pull that wish out and incorporate it into at least one of your intentions.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
Yeah, so have fun.
You guys got that? It's a great ritual.
And if you go, just as a last thing, as a gift for all of you.
Oh,
If
a
you'll-
little gift.
If
Okay,
you'll go
good.
to my
Mhm.
to the landing page, and you sign up, you join my email list, and I'm just beginning to get the gifts together. But this one, this is, if you could see it, but this is the moon phases at a glance. Yeah. So
Nice. So you're
So
if they
this is-
sign up,
so
is that
this
what
is
they
a-
get?
This is a template.
Mm-hmm.
You hold that. You've got a better handle on how to. No, I don't have the right page, do I? Okay, so this is
you
the-
have a user's
so-
guide.
Yeah, this is the user's guide, but there's also another page. It's 2 pages. The first page is a grid that shows you moonrise, moonset, the activity, exactly what to do under each phase of the moon, how to use the moon and start to tap into and flow with the true rhythms of abundance and manifestation in your life.
All right. Guys, first of all, I so appreciate this. Was so impromptu,
was
guys.
I'm
we were
so
on the
glad to
phone.
leave it,
We were
Todd.
on
I'm
the
so glad.
phone. She was supposed to come visit me today, and I've just been moving around, and I don't know. It just happened. She started talking about the new moon, and I said, "You better come down here so we can do this together." But guys, and so I want to wish, by the way, Patricia happy birthday. She thought this was really helpful for her birthday.
Happy birthday.
And I just so appreciate that all of you showed up tonight. Please go and check out the lunar cycles. I'm going to get it too. We have the link. We'll repost the link in the comment section to make it easy. But if you like tonight's broadcast, help us out. Please share it with your friends, your loved ones. Just say, this is a full moon talk. And so that you can help us grow, get more engagement, get more people who are really understanding that they too can master these times and step into their power. Because this is one, and understand the energy of the times and flow through it with grace and ease. That's what I like to say. So meanwhile, guys.
Can I tell them where else they can find me?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can find me on Facebook at Moon Powered, like solar powered, but Moon Powered Astrology. And on YouTube, where this will be replayed. And that's Claudia Thompson, Moon Powered Astrologer.
I love it. I should hop on more on Saturday night. Hi, Risa. I see all my friends are popping on
That's
Saturday.
great.
I see we all have hot, fancy events we're attending on a Saturday night. Risa, I'm moving just to give you the news of the day. So, guys, anyway, please like, subscribe, and share. As I said, help us grow the channel. Feel free to sign up at the website, joanofangels.com, and get your free ebook on what is my soul-filled purpose. What am I supposed to do during these times? Why am I here? And, what am I supposed to do as long as I'm here? And I'm going to tell you that most of you are service to others. And it's just a matter of understanding what your gifts are and finally listening and saying yes. So we're the show that talks about how we say yes to our destiny. So, guys, I'm Joan of Angels. I love you all. I'm with my dear friend, Claudia Thompson, the moon-powered astrologer. I'm just going to tell you, we will see you next month. Wishing you an amazing, amazing month, going with the flow. Let's work with moon and see if that's going to help us reach our destiny. So to all of you, we love you. Over and out, and have a blessed. Go outside and enjoy that moon and do your ritual. Set those dreams, especially those dreams and wishes, and let's see them all coming true.
Yeah, let us know your results.
Right.
Everything you see, everything in nature, all this glory on the earth that you see is manifested according to the lunar rhythms. So now you've got a way that you can start to do that too.
All right. And so it is. We'll see you all next month. And love. We just love you. All right. Bye for now.